In this episode, we collect water, wash our clothes, and get a pleasant and delicious surprise from two guys at a bus stop. Hi, my name is Anna, and this is my husband Leif Erik. He came up with this idea to build a simple catamaran, put it in a container, and send it from ice-cold Norway to Tahiti in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This way we could start sailing in paradise. I said, what a crazy idea. Let's do it. This is the adventure of building and sailing BareBare. And the story starts when finally coming back after 3 years of the pandemic.
Good morning. Having some really good tomatoes this morning. And of course my coffee. Best coffee ever. Powder with some sugar.
We had decided to build a simple and cheap catamaran and live as we spoke. A simple life on board BareBare. For that reason, we did not get an expensive and energy-consuming water maker, a machine that changes salt water into drinking water. Instead, we had bottles and jugs we would fill up. Sometimes it was difficult to find a public water tap. It was almost always far to walk, and on the top of it, we would have to row ashore first, often against hard current and even harder wind, and sometimes in pouring down rain. You could easily say it was a bit of hassle, but it was also fun. We would see new places, we would get a bit of exercise, which every sailor needs, and most important, meet new people for a little chat. I would even improve my Tahitian. stepping the laundry with my feet when I saw two guys arrive across the road. They sat down next to an icebox. A car passed and stopped. A lady with a big flower wreath stuck her head out and looked into the box. I became curious, of course, and walked over. Inside the box, I saw some strange-looking animals. A delicacy, Wharram in Tahitian, she exclaimed, and bought two. When I saw that she paid close to 20 euros each, I politely said, "Nana," goodbye, and walked back to my laundry. Just shortly after, one of the guys crossed the road with a ragged bag in his hand, a gift, 5 of them. What a treat! I experienced several times how Polynesians seem to hold a different side to money than we do in our Western world. Like when I was given this bag of varos. It was surprising and incredibly nice. Instead of asking for a lower price or even asking me how much I would pay, he offered me the varos as a gift. And on the top of that, he gave me a big smile. Maybe he had made the money needed for that day or for the week. Or maybe he was surprised that I greeted the little group Meitei Te Mohana, have a nice day in Tahitian. I don't know. But I happily received the gift and was pleased that I could thank him properly in his language. And I also added a big smile.
You've never been to following course in yoga?
So today we're gonna have really nice squill varo, something very exclusive. A sailboat without a mast is a rather sad sight, and as soon as we had settled for the Wharram gaff rig, we ordered a large roll of spectre rope to be used for shrouds. Spectre rope is very light compared to traditional wire and also very strong. We had already used spectre rope for the standing rig on our traditional boat Vina. We first stretched the spectre rope so that it would not risk stretching after some use and then possibly become too long. The spectre rope was easy to splice, and we made traditional loops which we later could thread down onto the mast to the fittings. We covered the spectre ropes with a sort of tar tape, and with a rather smart machine we covered them all with a type of hemp that contained tar. We later realized how well this rope of hemp with tar could take the sun. We did the actual rigging out on the lawn next to the Maritime Museum, just a few meters away from the sea.
Hva den delen her til?
Den til fokkefallet.
Nå begynner jeg å gjøre klar riggen her. Det her var de flotte vantene som vi strakk ut spektra. Det dekket til med teip og kjærehamp rundt hele. Det er så fint.
And we had bought lots of blocks second-hand from a big boat jumble in England, and some were donated by sailor friends in Norway. So we had plenty of blocks for extra use as well. We carried the mast with all stays and shrouds down to the pier and made a rather unsuccessful try to hoist it.
Her ligger den. Her er gjengen. Her er BareBare. Fy faen, jeg skal masta opp. Ikke vet jeg hvordan.
Skal vi hente
We then lowered the mast and rigged a boom 90 degrees towards the mast, and by now the lifting went much better. Unfortunately, we were far too stressed to do the filming of this, but here is the footage of how we later took the mast down with the same method. The mast was finally in its right position, and we fastened the stays and the shrouds. As a result, BareBare looked much better and had no longer the sad look of a sailboat without a mast. We were rather happy of the result. Thank you for watching this video. I put out new videos every second Friday, and Fridays in between I put out a short story of the building part. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the buttons, and it's free. And if you want to support me, check out Patron, PayPal or Coffee. And patrons get the videos earlier, and they also get some extra material. And beside that, I have started making mugs for each episode. Check them out and please start collecting. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And you will find all links in the description below. Massive thanks to everyone who supports this project. It makes a huge difference.